What's that, pumpkin? Birdie's been spotted is. Sit, boy, sit. Good boy, pumpkin. Sit, firecracker. Sit. All the way down. Good boy.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me two turtle.
Woohoo!
OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. OMW, OMW, on my way to you. Good at what?
Welcome back. Mango Tree. I'm here. We're going to continue with Genshin Impact. I haven't played in a couple weeks. There's a couple new quests and new things going, so we'll go check out the new stuff and keep moving on from there. And if we finish it all, we got a bunch of stories to go, so lots of fun. Sounded like the game's open. There it is. One of the things we can do is try for Clorinde. I'm not exactly super interested in this one, but there's definitely bonuses. Like if you don't get it, they give you extra bonuses. If you get characters you already have, they give you extra bonuses. So it's like 40% off on different rates. So I think it's worth it. Worth trying. We got, who is that? Sethos, new character. Never seen this guy before. The Temple of Silence's heir. Burden of secrets. He comes from the sands. Okay, interesting. So, desert. Brand new character. There's our extras that we were hoping for. And we can use those here. Just for one. Okay. So, can't afford to try again, that's okay. Don't be worried. We were going to... Where did my quest disappear? Let's do the temporary quest first. There's a main quest that we can get to too, but let's do this one that expires in a week. I think it's a co-op quest, so we'll see how this goes. Leeway Harbor. Co-op quests are usually high reward. Short term, like 1 week or 2 weeks at the most. I need to mess around with this camera, it's too dark. Sorry. It'll get brighter when the sun gets to that side of the house. And why did someone put up a structure here? It looks kind of like it's holding meetings. Wait a sec, contains a soul. Yeah. We can estimate this here. Chiseled face as though a classical sculpture come to life, and an unrivaled aura that surpasses common folk. You must be the commandeer Mangler 3M, of whom the rumors speak, no? Fix things. Is that better? Yep. Your reputation precedes you. I was just thinking of entrusting the Adventurers Guild with sending a letter extending an invitation to you to join our meeting, but you somehow seem to have foreseen this. Commander? Join what meeting now? You're being so formal. Feels like you're treating Mangler like some kind of super professional warrior. But you've been far more than mere warriors. You have crossed blades with countless monsters and formidable foes during your journey across 5 nations, and your exploits have been painstakingly recorded and repeatedly analyzed by the armed forces of each nation. Whether the Knights of Favonius, Lilith, Shogun and Samurai, Corps of 30, or Maison Gardiennage, each and every one of these armed services have given nothing but the very highest remarks to your combat abilities and stratagems. Mangler has the capability to lead from the front or command from the rear. If possible, active cooperation must be established with him. Therefore, I, Staff Warrior Suding of the Lilith, hereby formally invite you to participate in the war game of 5 armies and assume the post of senior consultant therein. What say you to this proposal? The remuneration package for senior consultants is quite considerable, and their total daily compensation for the duration of the event will be on par with that of the Millilith Sergeant. That's the Millilith for you, straight to the point. Sergeant's pay, eh? Now that sounds tempting. But we still don't know what the big deal is. I don't know anything about wargaming, said the first one. Do not be concerned about that. I shall now present a detailed introduction of the event for your benefit. As you have seen, large numbers of monsters still roam the wilderness of Tevat, and they cannot be eradicated in any sort of short time frame. In order to effectively deal with the monster threat, the armed forces services of our neighboring nations are compiling intel regarding commonly encountered monsters, seeking to analyze the threat they pose and share knowledge amongst ourselves. To this end, the Millilith General Staff has created tabletop game pieces based on all kinds of monsters in order to simulate hostile confrontations, and from this, analyze their combat capabilities to the best of our ability. For this iteration of the wargame, we've invited members serving in various combat units to utilize their own radically different mindsets and perspectives to control the game pieces, finding the optimal method to suppress the monster threat. And you, as you are not part of any of the armies and are of a rare tactical genius, you can provide an especially valuable analytical angle, greatly increasing the scope and efficiency of our wargame. This sounds familiar. Paimon thinks she gets it, so you guys are having a meeting to discuss the most convenient and safest way to deal with monsters. Now you're talking Paimon's language. After all, we've got first-hand experience in dealing with dangerous baddies from all over. And we also played lots of chess-like board games before. If we can help a bunch of countries keep the peace just by playing games like we did before, and also get a pile of more while we're at it, doesn't that count as a whole flock of birds with one stone? Casual game some more, see if we can. Looks like this game I might want to take things a little bit more seriously. This is precisely the enthusiasm. The ability to calmly rise to any challenge, displaying your awesome skills in solving crises as easily and naturally as breathing. Boards ready, we can begin the simulation at any time. Let us witness these described strategic prowess possessed only by a genius commander such as yourself. Alright, we can do assault or defense. Start with assault. Complete, and you get a lot of rewards. Do it fast, and you get a little bit more. And do it super fast, and you get a tiny bit more. After selecting a combat unit, it can be deployed within your base's staging area. When you are selecting combat units, you can jump to cancel your selection. After combat units have been deployed, they will automatically engage the enemy. Leadership skill usages will be replenished over time. You may have up to 2 usages at once. Tap to use the skill immediately, or hold to aim the skill while aiming, sprint, or jump to cancel. Different types of combat units suppress other types. AoE have advantage against squad. Melee suppress range. Range suppress flying. Flying suppress melee. Melee units more resilient in battle, absorb more damage, protect units to a more larger extent. Okay, so these last 2 we won't be able to unlock yet, but we can get most of them. Maybe I'll do the rest offline. Alright. Synthesized intel, what's that? Oh, they're telling me about each one. Yeah. In case you don't know what they are. Got 2 ranged, 1 flying, and 3 melee. Alright. My lineup can have any 6, so I'll choose all 6. Thumbs up is probably the recommendation. Primarily squad units, so they recommend AoE damage to counter. These 3 are AoE. Okay, you guys keep it simple. You told me everybody to use. I have everybody. We're going for it. Can't mess up here. During assault, your goal is to use combat units to destroy the opposing base. In a short period of time after the stronghold mechanism is destroyed, it will be reset as the opposing side's stronghold mechanism. Units can be deployed via your own stronghold mechanism. Alright. Guess we'll do that.
Fry!
It's like you just pile them on.
Fry! Let's end this now! Fry!
Will meet again. Fry!
You're not doing it. You're doing it.
Fry!
I can't attempt.
Fry!
Yeah. Good one. And record time. Next. Okay, this one is all. So we want the guy, the AoE people. Yeah, team people. Let's go. When there are only units from a single faction already, the stronghold flag will be captured by the faction over a certain period. The faction controlling the flag gains deployable units 25% faster. When you control the flag, you can deploy units.
Going somewhere? The perfect distance! The berry.
You win this battle.
Yeah, you got one.
Going somewhere? The perfect distance! Finally,
I think success. Yep. Alright, these guys, there's, you want to use the purple kind, a little bit of yellow kind, purple and yellow probably. Yep, yeah, purple. Four purple, 2 yellow. Try this one. Just do it's new.
End you! Cry!
Ta-da! Alright, this one's got a little bit of everything, mostly yellow, so we did get at least a couple purples and a couple greens. Three purples and one green, or two purples, two greens? Let's go three purples. I'll look at two flying on two set. Flying means their melee can't reach us. Water, because they have two red bases, so I can go punish the red bases with the water. Yep, last one for today on the attack. Alright, they got two lightning. They got two of each, so we should go all around. They got a water and a wind, so ice would be nice. Water would be nice there. we need at least one more. So water and ice, right? We need definitely one of these forms. Is that a flying one? Maybe flying ice. Yeah, but it's the wrong type. Alright, we like these ones. These are our favorites. I like the whole get them wet and then you can freeze them. We got 2 ice, so we gotta work to get on those.
Going somewhere? The perfect distance!
Over here, probably.
Going somewhere? The perfect distance!
Turn around, buddy. Right behind you.
To the very...
Good pressure. Oops.
Going somewhere?
Awesome. Okay. Can't do these two. There. Build an AA umbrella. Enemies is very quickly can seize initiative and choose an order of battle. Flying units shine. Alright, same rules. We want definitely more green one than the yellow one. The left flank is going to be the yellow flying, and the center will be all of the above. The electro. And they're telling me who I use. Okay. I can't even choose. I'm forced to use what they told me. Take as little damage as possible, drop support beacons. Defensive zones. So they stay back or they attack? Alright, we wanted you guys over here. You know, hopefully as needed. beacon appeared.
We'll meet again. We'll meet again. Treasure. Where's the treasure?
Final shooting. Unlock all approvals.
Fry! 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 We'll meet again. Fry!
Nice. First hit. So they're not letting you pick, you just have to know where to put them in. I guess it's the same time. Don't think about it, just do it. Spread them out, put them in defensive areas. Alright, so...
The perfect distance!
Fall before me!
Going somewhere?
Fall before me!
Feel my blade! To the ferry!
Fall before me!
This.
Fall before me! Try!
The perfect distance!
Fall before me!
Ha!
You win! This.
Darn. Lost too much. Still gets most clear ones. That's what I always 30. Okay, next. Pay more attention to where they're coming from. Looks like left and right this time. Yep. Only 5 units left. Do I have any range things that can hit those guys?
This will end you! This will do! This will end you! You win! This battle.
Here we go.
The ferry!
Very simple. Ooh, nice would be nice. Right after this fly. This way, buddy. This way.
Put down.
I did it. Yeah. Oh, there's actually 2 more. Okay, so I can use water on them. They're going to be mostly my electric. I'll probably want to put over here. Fire, I can put it there. Okay, so you can put them in the middle.
Let's end this now! We'll meet again.
Base to go down. Oh, you can fast forward this.
Let's end this now! We'll meet again. We'll meet again.
The race is going to be nice for freezing. Who's going to be a smart idea. Voila, they only came on one side. 96%. Crushed it. Alright, last one for today. They only have 2 of those. The electric where these are coming from in the center, then the right, then both. Okay, so we want electric in the center, green guys, and we found the green guys. So keep the yellows out of the right. By electric, I mean purple.
Let's end this now! Let's end this now! Let's end this now!
What is that thing? There, fire. That's good. Just gonna be 100% crushed it. Oh, it was easy. Alright. Abandoned is project. They gave me little reward thingies. I wonder if that's the other part of the spell, or the reward section. Let's find out. Okay, we've got, let's double check see if we can do this here. No, I think we've acted it all. So we can grab our daily rewards, and we can try Clorinde, and then move on to the bedtime story quest. Third reward. Night Vigil State. Elemental skill. Pistol shots. Electro orbs. Sounds good.
Hunt them down. Into the shadows. Hands where I can see them. Final warning.
I got you covered!
Time to test the bomb. Loaded.
Just fires.
Right. Hunt them down. Pow! Kill! Pow! Loaded. Enough. Evil lookers, shoot on sight. Kill! Shift into the shadows. Ready. Hunt them down.
That was fun. Not super strong, but easy. Alright, we can do I'll hate him. We get bonuses for him. We'll do that too real quick. Crushed. Okay. Cetos. Actually, let's try him out since he's brand new. We'll see if he's worth building. I can get him to at least 20 and get a bonus card for next to nothing. Aim shots, charge value to fire shadow piercing shots, damage to all enemies in the trajectory, charging speed increased, elemental energy, Elemental Burst, Twilight, Meditation State, Electro. Okay, so it's Electro.
Give me some space. Move or be moved. Swing ahead. Excuse me. I was too slow. Sage's wisdom. The sun sets forever. Feeling lucky today.
Don't get you away!
As you wish, main Fräulein.
You want this? You are not welcome here.
Wings of darkness! Come! Ready, go!
Okay. Note to self, discovery.
Thank you for Add Astra.
This is your training regimen, huh? Interesting.
Okay. Analysis progress. Aha! There we go. We get a special bow. Cloud forged. Elemental energy decreased. Equipping characters mastery increases. That's interesting. Okay, not too much more. I probably won't do any more quests with this one on stream, but if I remember, I'll finish it off stream. Alright, here we are. Bedtime story. This is it. After listening to the bedtime story that day, all the Hilichurls had a dream. The young soul waved goodbye, and the people and sun swept slept together warmly. Enable focused experience mode. Sure, why not? I don't know what that means, but I heard it's good. I think that means it doesn't show you all the other stuff, so you can look at the screen. Good for people with ADD. I think we should do that for all the Archon quests, so we don't accidentally get sidetracked. Because I hate when you get sidetracked. You're stuck on a lesser important quest and the super interesting Archon or a temporary quest is lost because you're stuck in some other chasing some other thing.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
Your voice is
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
Never heard of that classification before. But sure, we're happy to take this on. Which Archon do you need us to deal with today?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers. With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Well, that's us for sure.
Flattery will get you everywhere, by mine. But I can't guarantee we'll be able to complete it either, said Krista.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot. If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing. But the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs more to carry out.
That would be a little strange.
In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
Okay.
All right then, let's go! Paimon's starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Do it here because it's higher up. We can jump down into this. Alrighty. And we're in.
We made it to Vamara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation. When will Rana come back?
Rana. About Rana. Rana would tell you stories, sometimes from the forest, but some stories in the sea. That's where I'll make a great captain. Tale of a giant sea serpent. Serpent in your story sounds amazing. Nothing more. Giant serpents, Captain Toast, Toast.
She's been gone for way longer than before.
Sorry, birdies. Good birdies in our garage right now. I found a hidden spot that they can get to, but no one else can. We put the nest, there's 4 eggs in. So, a couple hours in.
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vamara Village.
Ah, so you're here about that then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues, but no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, guess you're really sick of answering questions.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions.
So those 3 questions are a no-go. Anything else you could tell us?
I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know?
No need.
We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now.
Maybe you erased it from your head, maybe.
At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
Alright, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand. I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him.
You went to go help
We wouldn't have
somebody
issued
somewhere
that commission otherwise. There aren't many young people like him nowadays, so genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad happened.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village, there's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Huh. Alright, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more.
Alright, so it's not really I look around, it's really they teleport. Okay, switch back. At least the approval. Yeah. They said talk to all.
This shouldn't have happened.
It's the guests I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
So that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance, but I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village, but somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities, but he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out. Well, Traveler, what do you think?
Probably more to this case than meets the eye. A lot of things are not adding up.
Paimon thinks so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
That's what happened to the floating guy. He went back in time and changed so he didn't exist. I would say it's more like he's someone who only exists in people's memories.
Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with? Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
Could it be like what happened with Creator Lord Rukadabata? Yeah. Like some sort of mass alteration in people's memories.
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right?
That's the one.
You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
I'm sure we'll track him down. Certainly try our best. It's the first one.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Follow me. place does not look familiar. What's it?
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been. I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden.
I think I get what you. That's what family talk.
Really? You know exactly how I feel?
I used to have someone like that, a family member I could talk to no matter what. But now I have lots of friends who understand me and be happy to hear me out.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well...
I see kids up in the tree.
I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow, you two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
Don't say that, you help us understand.
The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
It was always the same time of day and time never seemed to pass. At least from what we've learned, this is definitely not a regular missing persons case. What Atosa just told us about time could be the key to unraveling this whole mystery.
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange?
No.
The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this? Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
Go! Lament!
Worthless! Worthless! Useless! Water jet!
Where'd you go?
Steady as stone. Time to clean up.
Retribution! Water jet!
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
It was no trouble.
The question we should be asking now, what's the Abyss Order doing around here?
Now that I think about it, the healing trolls around Vilmara Village have been a lot more active lately. They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vilmara Village just in case. If the Abyss Order is plotting something that could spell trouble for the villagers. Wait a second. The person! It's Dainsleif!
He's back.
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway. Well, see you later.
Yep, see you later, Atosa! Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose?
We're also on their tail, but I admit we ran into them on accident.
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilichurl activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Still, the hilichurl activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy.
Well, let's see what more we can learn from the villagers, and after that, you also owe us many answers.
And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
We'll return back to the village question them until the sky goes dark.
So that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara village. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity, and that is certainly not much to go off of.
Well then, how about the intel you promised me?
Right! That mysterious voice he heard in his sister's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
I want to have faith in her. In a manner of speaking, yeah.
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedrfolnir, the Visionary. I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Your brother?
What happened between the two of you? What really happened in Conria back then?
There were 5 of them, the 5 sinners of Conria. The wise Roptatir, the visionary Vedrfolnir, Gold Rhindaughter, the foul Sertalogi, and Rehir of Solnari, Rerir. No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertalogi is Skirk's master. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedrfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clotar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Somehow everything's connected. If that's true, then the stone slates we found in that ruin in Fontaine, the ones that outlined Fontaine's prophecy, that was likely Vedrfolnir's doing as well.
They were once people of great esteem in Conria. Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. The 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
And then, my sibling came into contact with your brother.
Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world.
It must be hard to talk about all this, but thank you for telling me.
Of course. As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward. There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable. My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
And one of the things that flows through the ley lines are memories.
Wait! Then our commission here in Vamara Village. The person who seems to exist only in people's memories. Could it be connected?
Memories, ley lines, the Loom of Fate, a missing person that doesn't seem to exist. What's the connection between all this?
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow. Tired. Paimon used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff.
I didn't sleep well either.
Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
This is such a great place for a vacation. Let me just take a few more days off.
Oh, I had that thing already equipped. Pull out the net and the birds fly away.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here? Did something happen?
What's wrong, Dane?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh, young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before. Memories of him.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before.
Well, what exactly did you remember?
I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
Oh my goodness.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then!
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
How's that even possible?
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all. But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
Is the eye still safe? What if the memory is actually real? I'll say as the say.
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the eye is still in our possession.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
Uh-oh, that's what they wanted. But what if someone follows us? If we go straight there and someone's on our tail, aren't we just exposing the eye's location? Exactly. Maybe that's the reason that Abyss Order implanted the memory in the first place, to force Dane to confirm the eye's location. You're in your head, buddy. Given what I know of him, I'm sure Dane has already thought of that possibility. It seems like he might already have a plan. Lead the way, Dane.
Of course.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
What was Dane doing? Dane going to tell me this thing?
Hey, wait up!
Isn't this close to where I saw my sister that one time? Or became my sister? We should make somebody in the background like we had Miller or something so I can see somebody spying on us. Alright, they recommend 90 in fire and lightning. got fire. Water is definitely not fire related. You're lightning. Maybe we'll have a use for her. Yeah, Nico.
Whatever would you do without me?
He's good all around damage. Should we switch him for a fire or let him stay? I think we should let him stay. Whatever would you do without me? He looks hurt. Maybe we'll start with him well. Power.
Leave it up to me. Right here. Emerge. Evil conquering. Worthless. Here. Worthless. Here. Worthless. Worthless. Foreign. Steady as stone. I'll catch up.
Back in full health.
Right here, right now. Emerge.
Get out of my way! Burst!
I'm always watching. Right here. Emerge.
Disappear! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Here! Worthless!
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
see them. Here's the mechanism. Okay, here comes the monsters.
Right here. Emerge. Come on out. Right here.
Verdict
As a dutiful maid woman, leave it all to me. Right now. Emerge. Right now.
Retribution!
Show them. Right here. Right now.
Lament! Worthless! Here!
Useless.
Stuck in the tree.
Steady as stone. A sight to behold. Come on out. Emerge. Right now.
And the light comes on. Anything else up here?
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Rotate what device? The light? Want to shine the light onto the... Yeah. Again. I need to rotate this one. Because we need that. We need to rotate this one. We need to do this.
Ah, the door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
Looks like we can't go any further.
This is the last
Be
battle.
on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
Me too.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
Right here. Emerge.
Useless.
Right now. Emerge. Right here.
Retribution!
Show them. Right now. Emerge. As a good knight should, I must leave no stone unturned. Right here. Emerge.
Evil conquering! Here! Worthless! Here!
Crushed.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here. Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place.
Leave her on your own? Will you be alright?
The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
Alright. Don't have much of a choice here. We're gonna find out he's a bad guy too. Dane does have a point. But something still feels off. What am I missing? It's fixed. Gonna be a big fight coming up. My sister showed up.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
You risked your safety and that of the Eye? That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
Final boss time. Which one? Her or him?
The Abyss Order's on the move! The ley lines are all out of whack! We better hurry back to Vimara Village and see what's going on! Hey! Look at those hilly trails over there!
They seem strangely calm. This is close to where we had that one that was acting wrong.
Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
Wait, I hear something.
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now?
You heard it too, Paimon?
It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly trails in some way? Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else.
It's the missing person.
Looks like the same thing is happening over here too. The hilly trails are calm.
You see, we're both still here.
Who's we?
We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
It's that voice again. Check on the hill trail.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered softly.
He carried a big stick.
Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people. When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more.
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story. Well, now that the hilly trails have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least. Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late.
Right here. Here we go, Amadaha.
Grandpa Amadea, is everyone alright? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
Huh?
Whoa. That's weird. Things just got even more complicated.
Well, you know, the young guy from Vamara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild. That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again. At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to. Perhaps you should try asking someone else.
They will remember.
But how is that? All right. Thanks for your help, Grandpa Amadea.
Grandpa Amadea.
Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again?
Too early to say. We should check in with those first.
You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities first. Let's go ask someone else then.
Correct. You're not wrong. Who can you select? Yes or yes?
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing?
Have you seen him recently? You know where he went?
Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
I'm on his way.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him, and apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
I doubt returning to the past would be that simple. Given everything Game mentioned about disturbances with the ley lines, I'd say it's far more likely that this related to memories in some way. I need to think carefully. What's really going on? People have forgotten about the missing person. We've returned to a point before the disappearance took place. We're presently traversing someone's memories. Say that.
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory. Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time.
Yep, that's what I was remembering. It might be
that would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all.
If we really are in someone's memory, this is our chance to find
Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is.
We'll go through what we know so far.
Good idea! That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to...
Implant memories into the minds of others.
Right! That! Can we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
Implanting memories into the minds of others must be an imperfect process. There's no way the new memories could perfectly blend in with the old ones. There has to be some kind of tell. Scenes from false memories will not change. Time does not pass within false memories. False memories are easily forgotten. Definitely the time does not pass.
If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion.
Let's do the scenes will not change.
All the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village, but I'm still not sure if they're restricted to this location. There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experiences and those that are implanted into the mind. Perhaps it has something to do with time.
No wonder! All this time in the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean time isn't passing! That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
If we consider this in conjunction with what we already know, then the question of whose memory this is seems to have an obvious answer. Whose memory is this? Atosa, Dan Sleep, or Almadia? Probably Almadia.
We thought Chief Almadia forgot about the missing villager, but it turns out we're at a moment in time before the village issued the commission.
Let's see what this says.
Dainsleif had memories implanted into his mind. Could it be that it's happened more than once? The color of the sky coincides with the moment in time she described.
Alright, let's try Almadia.
No, that doesn't seem right. I need to think about this some more.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory.
Let's go. To the tree!
Yeah, that's where they'll be!
There's no rush. I'll have another talk with him.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman. You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
He looks familiar. He wears Conria clothes. We finally found him. Why does he look kind of familiar?
Oh, right! This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet!
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
And your name is? I never asked for it. Never got your digits.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
You're... Factoring in the memories, the Abyss Order, the Little Fate, and everything else, I need to think of the one person who can connect all of this together. Ulgar Alberic, Carver Alberic, the visionary Verdfolder. True identity of the missing person is the visionary Verdfolder.
Dane's brother, one of the 5 sinners of Conria. The one who stole the power of the Abyss. No, that doesn't seem... Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the loom of fate. You're Kari Bear Alberic.
Oh, you know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before. Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw the me from back then. This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her. But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
Decipher that. The proof of existence. I'm walking on water. What is this place?
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. As you well know.
You look quite exhausted.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this. And now, the time has finally arrived.
This is a rare opportunity for me as well. I should try to learn as much information from Clorinde as I can. What exactly happened to you?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the loom of fate. But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the loom of fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the loom of fate.
Clorinde's dead. That's why you no longer exist outside of people's memories.
As for your question, the loom of fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Weaving ley lines.
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
So that was the source of your ability to implant memories?
Yes. I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dane's mind were implanted by Clorinde through the half-finished loom of fate. That makes sense, but I'm still lost as to why he went so far as to introduce himself to all the residents in Vermara village. But why did you implant memories of yourself into the people of the village?
That. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well.
How dare you?
I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life.
So that's why I would never have guessed. But is there any kind of meaning to this? Does only existing in people's memories really count as living?
I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Amadia, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
In the end, this all stems from the tragedy that occurred in Clorinde back then. You know, everyone's looking for you.
I know. But There's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me.
As I understand it, even though you only appeared in their memories, your existence was a great comfort to them. They all believe you once lived among them.
I know.
Well, now that I've found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. Dane might still need my help.
Captain Dainsleif? Twilight's sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Settled?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The loom of fate has already been completed.
What? The loom of fate is already complete? That means the eye of the first field tiller must have fallen into the hands of the Abyss. Could something have happened to Dane?
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the princess. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan.
But Dainsleif never handed me the eye.
That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
Wait, does that mean he gave Dane a false memory? You made him think that? When?
Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
So when Dane froze up back then, it was because a false memory was being implanted in his mind?
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
So Dane had the eye the whole time, until the Abyss Order took it away. I'm not sure there's anything we could have done. Now that the Loom of Fate is complete, what are you planning to do with it?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the princess is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
Your goal?
You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory. After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my Hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple, to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the Hillagirls. In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us.
So the thing that caused the Hillagirls to calm down back then was Cabaret's story. So that was his goal. So the only thing he wanted, that was the only thing he wanted. He had a device as powerful as the Fate at his disposal, and all he wanted to do with it was to offer the Hillagirls a moment of comfort and peace.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
Perhaps. I think it was very meaningful indeed.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the loom of fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time. Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation? The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I almost can't believe it's real.
That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
What exactly are you planning? And what are you going to do with the Loom of Fate? What exactly are you planning?
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time before the heavenly principles awaken.
The heavenly principles are still asleep? Hello, Mr. Firecracker, you want to come watch? So let's climb up there. It's like I'm out here.
Yes, For 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes? Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
You really hate the heavenly blessings, don't you?
You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Ether?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me. Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Ether. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own brother.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here. Everything in space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
It was weird. She knows a lot. She won't tell me anything.
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here. Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were alright and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya.
He never changes, does he? I'm having trouble thinking straight right now.
Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
Kari Bear and I talked for a while. He told me about the movie Fate.
Wait, really? What a score!
I guess our commission is complete then. The missing villager, the person who only existed in people's memories, was Kari Bear all along. Now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain things to the villagers.
Well, what happened after that?
After that... I can't seem to remember. Also, after that... Maybe I'm just tired. I feel like something else happened, but why can't I remember? I'm not sure why, but it almost feels like I lost it.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram? You sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. It looked like quite a happy family, apparently. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
So that's how Kari Bear said his goodbyes. That was the last memory he gave them.
Oh, and we also remembered his name, Kari Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
That is a unique name. Make sure you remember it this time.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Kari Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now.
Kari Bear is gone, and the fate is now complete. And no one else will try to change the villagers' memories.
Paimon wonders how Atos is doing. Maybe we should go check on her. If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to her.
Better than nothing.
Maybe if I hit that thing, it'll be hiding underneath it. Can't configure the party? Oh, yeah, fight. Trigger keys. That's also really stupid. Is this going to be actions or something ended her? She doesn't like her.
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Kari Bear now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
Maybe he wanted you to forget him. I'm sure he wouldn't want you to forget him.
It's funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I just can't seem to remember when. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. As long as I hold on to our time together, he'll always be a part of my life. I'm just happy I got to meet him. So, who cares what happens in the future, right? Okay, I'll admit, I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
I'm sure he had his reasons.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Kari Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Tahiyat with something, so I should head back. Goodbye!
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Kari Bear?
Right, what was it that happened? I can't remember. Huh, feels like there's something in my pocket.
A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
You must get along with each other, the two of you. Whoa. Oh no, I'm going to keep it.
Bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
Cool. And we've got enough to try one more time. Let's do it. Yeah, we got a really cool arm. What happened? Did we use up all the... It's really complete. There used to be like 5 super... I'm gonna not use these. Save them. Because I don't want to use them all up. Even though it's a discount. Next month we can get more of the good kind. Okay, so that's that. Story quest, we were in Tainari's. Academia. I think this is probably a good stopping point. We're gonna go ahead and put a cut in the video. Let's see if anyone else is streaming. Probably. Popular day, right?
Guess we can rest a bit.
We've got Tink Tink Games is on. Let's go ahead and raid that one. Alright. See you guys all next time.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about